Hey, contract students, my name is Amy Daly, and I am your instructor for the course. Trying something new, wanted to do a welcome video for you because, first of all, contract law can seem really complicated. And I feel like if I can just give you a few tips here and there, that it might ease your mind as it relates to contracts. I'm excited about this class. It's one of my most favorites, but a lot of it is because I spent 10 years in corporate America doing contracts. So, why is contract law important to you? Well, just as a human being, not as a paralegal, but as a human being, you are actually involving yourself in contracts nearly every day. So, whether it's you went to a restaurant to buy lunch or you're pumping gas at the station, essentially when you are going in to do those things, you are creating a contract between you and that place. So if you go to Speedway and you pump your gas, there is an assumption or a contract that says, look, you're going to put this gas in your car, but we also know that you're going to pay for it. So your act of doing that thing is actually creating a contract. And what's super fun is once you go through this class, you're going to start looking at things a little differently and start reading things a little closer. But for a paralegal, it's also super important to understand contract terms. Now, I don't expect you to know everything by the time you're done with this course. It's really about getting a broad view of those specific subjects. And when you go into an externship or a new job, again, they don't expect you to know everything, but you are going to be so much better off if you can say, yes, I know what it means to sign a contract. I understand what obligations are or what makes a contract valid or invalid. So, some basic concepts, but it can seem like a lot at first. You're all very bright. You're all here. So I know that you can do this. And I'm here to support you along the way. So, tip number one, please do not hesitate to reach out to me if you are struggling in any way. I am here to help support your education. Utilize me, okay? If that means messaging me through the Moodle portal, email, text message. Yes, I accept text messages. I know it can feel uncomfortable and weird, but if you have something that's really pressing and you want an answer right now, that is a really good tool to have. Okay. You're not bothering me. I love interacting with students, and there is nothing that you're going through that is shameful or too hard that we can't come up with some sort of plan. All right. Secondly, I hold office hours Wednesdays at 7 o'clock, and it's through Zoom. I'm going to be sending out how to log on and pop on in, right? Whether it's to ask a question, to just say hi, whatever. I'm not scary, I promise. And then third tip is your book is super important for this course. Okay, so not only does it have the reading in it, right? But it has all the templates that you are going to need for your assignments. Now, most weeks, I am going to add videos into each week that either help you with your the chapters and understanding them, or it's going to just be additional information to help you out, or it could be clarification about your assignments. So get into the habit of looking at these videos that I'm going to be putting in each week, okay? It's only going to help. So in the back of your book, all these appendices, if I go to Appendix A, there's instructions on how to brief a case and some writing assignments, but you're really not going to need that for here, okay? I'm not going to ask you to do a case brief, but you have that in your book if you were to need it. The one that I see you utilizing the most will be Appendix C. at the end of your chapter, there will be a scenario that I'm going to ask you to draft a specific either provision of a contract or type of contract. Your book has all the samples that you need to do your work. Do not take it from the internet, all right? And for once, I'm going to ask you to not use your own words. I know, shocking, right? But when it comes to contract law, there are very specific provisions, very specific language that needs to be structured. And I don't expect you to know how to draft a brand new contract. Use all the examples in Appendix C. Now, sometimes the examples aren't going to be exact and you're going to need to cut and paste from certain ones, but I will help you or guide you along to find which pieces you need to put together. So that comes to tip number 4. When it comes to contract law, I do give pretty specific feedback, right? Because it's important to understand how to draft it. I ask that you read whatever feedback I give as it relates to your contracts and your assignments. And look, just try it, even if it feels awkward, even if you think you're not doing it right. If I feel like you completely bombed it, I'll give you another chance. Like, hey, do you want to try to redraft this thing? And I'll give you full points, right? This is not about being right or wrong. It's about progress and helping you become the best paralegal that you can be. Okay, so that's it for right now. I just wanted to stop in, welcome you to the class. I'm excited to teach this course and have you all with me. So stay tuned for more videos and more information, and I'll see you in class.